What is your financial IQ? During this troubled economy, it is more important than ever before for individuals and businesses to make prudent financial choices. But unfortunately, money does not come with an owner's manual, and many people need help and guidance so they can make good decisions with their money. Trainer State Bank, or better known as TS Bank, a community bank in southwest Iowa, understands the importance of smart financial choices and has embraced the mission to improve financial literacy so that everyone can make the best decisions for themselves, their families, and their businesses. As opposed to mega banks that focus primarily on profit and their Wall Street performance, this bank puts the community and its clients first.
Hello.
The difference between TS Bank and a larger mega bank is that we live in our communities and we live with the people that we do business with. We sit next to them at ball games, at church, and at community meetings. And there's really not a mega bank that has as much concern for that client and for the communities.
In order to support the local community, in 2007, TS Bank decided it would put 10% of its profits back into the community it serves. In 2009, they established the TS Bank Institute, which is a kindergarten through high school financial literacy program. The bank actually coordinates with the local school districts to integrate financial literacy into the current curriculum. This program has already been rolled out to other school districts, and half of the students who competed in the National Financial Capability Challenge scored in the top 20 percentile.
The program was started, for one, to be able to put a curriculum into the K-12 local school district, and secondly was to establish a place for the bank to start giving 10% of its net income before tax back into the community.
When you get into college, go into the workforce, even when you're in high school, right? You're all going to be responsible for managing money.
One of the key components of the TS Bank Institute is its launch of the first in-school banking program at the elementary school level. Currently, about 68% of the students from grades 2 through 5 are participating. The program was so successful, they launched a middle school and high school student bank to help build a solid financial literacy foundation at an early age.
People who loan you money are looking at 4 areas. They're looking at
the
your
value
character.
of financial literacy is simply for the kids, and it's going to provide them another opportunity to have another tool in their toolbox when they get out into the real world. And financial literacy is so important to have that aspect because no one else is teaching it.
The students are learning about what banks are, what they can do for you, and what you can do for a bank. So young people have a tendency to shy away from relationships with maybe what their parents or grandparents do. And I think they find out that the banks are a very important part of their life.
The focus of TS Bank's Community Giveback program also involves other endeavors. In 2010, they gave seed funding to build a youth sports complex and aquatic center. They also participated in the launch of the Teammates Mentoring program in their community, which is changing the lives of school-aged youth by instilling a sense of hope, purpose, and vision.
Mick and I were very blessed as kids to have so many people involved in our lives, helping encourage us and just spending time with us. Our parents, our families, coaches, teachers, 4-H leaders, youth leaders, and now it's our turn to give back.
This community has brought us a long ways. They have supported us. They've made us a successful business, and we'd like to pay that back.
TS Bank was chartered in 1923 and then purchased in 1978 when Mick Gutah, a Vietnam War veteran, pledged the family farm. His 35 years of guidance and vision has helped the bank thrive and flourish even during difficult economic times. The mission is not to focus on managing for the next quarter results, but rather to build for the next generation. Educational programs like the TS Bank Institute engage the next generation as early as kindergarten and continue to teach them financial literacy through high school.
Reaching students at an early age is critical for any type of skill, but especially as it relates to financial literacy, because you want to teach children good habits at an early age. As you would expect, any type of habit is formed over time, and if you can do that as early as you can, especially with finances, then you're enabling students to make good choices.
In 2011, TS Bank was recognized for its community outreach and received the Community Betterment Award from the Iowa Bankers Association. The bank was honored for demonstrating a high commitment to the community it serves. The financial literacy program, as well as the other community projects, were noted as outstanding achievements in bettering the local area.
It's easy for banks in businesses to call themselves local. It's another thing for those banks to not only be local, but to actually get involved with the community.
There are many challenges facing community banks in the current economy. Increased federal regulations in response to poor banking practices by the mega banks have placed a difficult burden on community banks and made it even more difficult to compete.
TS Bank, this is Christy. How can I help you?
To respond, TS Bank has added experts internally and externally to assist in complying with a wave of new regulations.
Two things that I look at is, one, is that regulation better for the client? Is it helping that client maybe have a safer level of service from the bank? Is it protecting them in the end? The second thing I look at is, does this regulation allow the bank to be more profitable, or does it cause the bank to be less profitable? And many of the regulations today that are coming at banks are neither good for the client and neither good for the bank.
Helping people make the most of their money and get something back in return is the highest priority with this community bank. They launched a program called Kasasa, which is only available to community banks and credit unions. It consists of a suite of checking and savings accounts with rewards consumers want, such as massive interest, cash back, digital downloads, donations to causes, and money to help you save.
Well, thank you very much for coming in, Gene.
Navigating today's challenging economy, staying involved in the local community, and improving financial literacy may seem like a lofty goal for any bank. Fortunately, the leaders at TS Bank are achieving their mission to improve people's financial IQ and the way they grow with their money. For more information about TS Bank, go to tsbank.com.